The human brain is incredible at processing information. It's also really terrible at questioning it. Aristotle, one of history's most foundational philosophers, first identified deceptive reasoning tactics over 2,000 years ago. And yet, here we are, still falling for the same tricks every single day. From news broadcasts to soda commercials, to even presidential debates. Everywhere you look, logical fallacies are hiding in plain sight. So, how are you meant to spot something notorious for being this elusive in such arguments? Well, lucky you, because that's exactly what this video is about. We're going to break down the most common logical fallacies one by one, what they are, why they work, and how to call them out in action. But before we get into this theory, let's see how well you already know about these things. Following this will be a 2017 advertisement for Pepsi featuring Kylie Jenner. See if you can spot the logical fallacy. So, Kylie Jenner offers a policeman a can of Pepsi, and suddenly the entire protest is over. That doesn't make much sense now, does it? Ad hominem, a term that originates from Latin, means against a person in English. This is one of the more common logical fallacies you'll see in the world today. It attacks the person rather than the point they're speaking for. This tactic is a fallacy of relevance, meaning it ignores the actual point of the debate to create a distraction. Ad hominem debates are often used in politics and online discussions because they are an effective way to stir emotions and win arguments by destroying an opponent's reputation, rather than engaging in a thoughtful exchange of ideas. Let's look at an example. Try analyzing Homer and Ray Patterson's speeches. See what each candidate relies on to get the townspeople's votes, and the evident ad hominem one of these candidates commits.
They'll wash your car, scrub your shower, air out your stinkables.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Well, then you better turn up your hearing aid, Pops.
Pops? I'm only 2 years older than you.
Do we want old man Patterson here with his finger on the button?
What button? What the hell are you talking about?
What button? Where am I? Who took my false teeth?
Homer uses ad hominem to divert the townspeople's attention to Ray Patterson's age, rather than any of the points made by the two. To recap, ad hominem is focusing on your opponent, rather than the points they're making. Now, let's move on to logical fallacy number 2. The red herring logical fallacy gets its name from a hunting practice, dating all the way back to the 17th century, where poachers used smoked herrings, which turned red by the smoke, to try to distract their hounds as a test of their hunting capabilities. This definition still holds up today, as this fallacy is a statement that misleads or distracts from a relevant issue, often used to divert attention away from the core argument or the core subject. A good example in media is Sirius Black from Harry Potter. Harry initially perceives him to be a murderer, but it is revealed later in the series that he was only a distraction curated by the real perpetrator.
Sirius Black may not have put his hands to the Potters, but he's the reason they're dead.
And now he wants to finish what he started.
I don't believe it.
No, that's not the worst of it.
No.
What could be worse?
Bess, Sirius Black was and remains to this day Harry Potter's godfather.
Now let's move on to fallacy number 3. Does your head feel cold, chilly, and especially uncovered on these freezing winter nights? Well, worry not. Our amazing company has developed this, what we call a beanie, to help cover your freezing scalps at night and in the day. You can wear it anywhere, from your car to your shower, anywhere. We already have 3 million pre-orders just in the United States, so why don't join the crowd? This product is great. I mean, yeah, it's okay. So, what are you waiting for? Pre-order now by calling 1-800-BEANIE50. That's 1-800-BEANIE50. That's the bandwagon. The bandwagon is a persuasive fallacy that uses the context of masses of other people participating in one activity as reasoning for another to participate in said activity as well. For example, one person needing to buy shoes because everyone else at school has them. This effect is prevalent across social media, as ad campaigns often use the bandwagon fallacy to attract customers. Like, really? really often. It can also be seen in the form of FOMO, the fear of missing out. The whole concept of other people influencing someone's decision is what this fallacy really leans into. But it's not just about how many people believe it, but how they try to prove their point, bringing us to fallacy number 4. You might be wondering why my shirt keeps on changing color throughout the video. Well, to that I could answer, because each logical fallacy needs its own shirt color. And in my opinion, that's a pretty annoying answer. You still have the question unanswered, and I have seemingly answered the question from an outside perspective. That's basically what the circular reasoning fallacy is. Also known as begging the question, the circular reasoning fallacy is when you answer a question with the question itself, a proof that states X is true because Y is true, and Y is true because X is true. An example of this you might see in real life is, she tells the truth because she is honest, or vice versa, she is honest because she tells the truth. These statements are seemingly sound, but there was no new information given in either of those sentences, highlighting the effectiveness of the circular reasoning fallacy. Yo, I got an F on my test. Dude, it's one failing grade. You'll survive. No, bro. See this F? The colleges are gonna look at this and not accept me, and I'm not gonna be able to get a job because I don't have a degree from college because none of them accepted me, and my parents are gonna kick me out, and I'm gonna die as a homeless bum with 7 kids. And that's a slippery slope fallacy. Literally, who are you talking to? The slippery slope fallacy is the idea of one event triggering a course of action which will lead to more impactful events, most often disastrous. Like in the previous clip, we know that failing one test does not ruin your life as a whole, but the fallacy makes it seem like the student who failed had a reason to think his life was over. You can spot this fallacy mostly when someone is stressed, and it's easy to spot when you devote some time to think about the statement made. So, what now? What do you do with this newfound knowledge that I have gracefully bestowed upon you? Well, what you don't want to do is sit there waiting for someone to slip up, call them out for using a fallacy, and presume the debate is yours. That's actually a fallacy in itself, the fallacy. But we'll get into that one in a different video. Winning an argument and actually being right, those two are totally different things. What these fallacies really teach you is simple. Don't just believe something because it sounds right. Not from strangers, not from the people you trust, and definitely not from yourself. See you in the next video.